This task here is to make sure that if the bird has a power-up level of 2 or more, like if he has at least 1 power-up, if he gets hit by an enemy or an enemy bullet, don't take away an energy from the bird. Just bring his power level back down to 1, right? So I've seen that in many games, and it's a very strong deterrent to getting hit because you want to keep your power-ups, right? So what you'll notice here is that we have been putting our hit detection right here, right? If touching bird, drop his energy down in every single enemy and in all of the bullets. Right? So to implement this change, we would need to come in here on every single one, and we would need to say, okay, well, change the power, set power to 1. Right, and then I would have to go and do that for hawk, do that for the bullets, do that for the white bird, do that for the butterfly, and so on. Right. So an easier way to structure this is, if touching the bird, then we broadcast a signal. Okay, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna say broadcast new message, bird hit by enemy. Okay, so we're going to have 2 messages. We're going to have one called bird hit by enemy that the enemies are going to broadcast, and then one called bird hit by bullet, which is going to be what the bullets are going to broadcast. And the reason for that is that the hit by the bullets are going to sound different than the hit by the enemies, right? And what's going to happen when I have a bird hit by enemy? Well, I'm just going to do this. Right. So let's come over here, and we could put it right here in this if statement, right? And inside this forever loop, and we could say if, what am I doing? Let's go to events. When I receive bird hit by enemy, I am going to do what I just had there. Yep, right here. I'm going to drag this, copy it over there, make sure it got over there. Yep, it's right here. And drag this down. And there we go, right? So then I can go back to whitebird 1, and I could throw this away. And I'm thinking, what about the wait? Where should that happen? Yeah, that should happen here. Okay, so let's leave the wait 1 second there. And we're going to come back over here. And actually, there needs to be a decision made when we receive bird hit enemy, and the decision is, if his power is greater than 2, then do this, right? So let's go ahead and put an if else in there. And if you never dealt with an if else, the way it works is, if this statement is true, it's going to do this, whatever code you put here. If this statement is not true, it's going to do whatever you put in the else. And so we're going to say, if power is greater than 1, that means 2, 3, 4, 5, then we set power to 1, right? And we also want to hit, so we also want to hit like that. Okay. But if the power is not greater than 1, then it's going to take 1 off of the bird's energy. Okay, so either do this or do that, but not do both. But we always want to play the tennis hit sound, so we're going to put it right down here. Okay. Yeah, and so now what we need to do is go back into all of our enemies and add this code in, right? If touching bird, broadcast bird hit enemy. And I'll let you go ahead and do that. And don't forget to put this wait 1 second in, because we want to add a little bit of delay so the bird doesn't get annihilated by just quickly touching one of the enemies.